Welcome to the Rolled Standard. Tonight we are playing Nordic horror role-playing game Vaesen and kicking off our Season of the Black Goat.
Whoop whoop!
For season 3.
For Season 3, that's
Season
correct.
3.
This is now Season 3, as of
Is it though?
last week. Yep.
That makes no sense to me.
Why?
It's the rolled standard.
Wouldn't this still be season 2?
Why?
Because we've only completed 1 year of rolled standardness.
Oh, because
You're thinking
Seasons
different
are whatever you
seasons.
make them.
Yeah.
we started season 2 after Aaron left because it was a new chapter for what was going on in the show.
And this is a new
New
chapter for
chapter
what was going
now.
on in the show as well.
Jesus Christ, this is fairy tale all over again.
yes,
I don't
we're
watch
this
it.
is the
That's
time.
wildly
this,
popular
is the,
show.
this is the time
so
skip.
confusing.
This is the time skip.
You'll get over it.
This is where Elfman looks different for some reason.
Oh, fuck. Don't even remind me.
I, of course, am Christopher, and I will be your game master through this arc. I am joined by the usual random dudes. Starting with the guy on the left.
Hello, I'm suspect number 1.
No name.
No name, Levi.
Oh, fuck. Well, I'm John Seena. It's good to be back.
Oh, yeah.
That's true. And I'm Nate.
Okay. Well,
It's always we never solidify what we're gonna do as a team.
no, you're right. We don't.
I always do the opposite of what Jake does.
I know you do.
I will never reveal my character on episode 1.
Why not? This isn't we built the characters last week, though. Everybody knows about them.
Yeah.
I didn't tell my name.
You did, though.
Yeah.
Did I?
We built the characters.
Did I say Olle Svensson?
Probably. You just did now if you didn't then.
Dang it. Hi, I play Olle Svensson.
All right, this is a train wreck and start all over.
Oh, man.
So, this is Season of the Black Goat, Part 1. John,
Yes.
you awaken to a sharp pain in your shin, and you immediately wake up and realize that you are in the dark, your knees are to your chest, and you are crammed into something. What do you do?
I flex my way out.
Okay? All right. No, okay. That's great. Let's do that. Why don't you give me... This is the first roll of the game, and it's immediate. Make a force test at 1 success. What that means is we're going to determine how many points you have in the force skill, and what is that? Your skills. Force. It says force physique.
Yeah, I got notes on here. I got lost.
okay.
It's nothing.
You got nothing.
Plus 2 on parry. Can I parry this container?
No.
Okay.
Okay, so you're not going to be getting anything out of force skill points, but what is your physique attribute score?
1.
1.
Plus
okay.
2 on parry.
No, wait.
That can't be right.
Oh, the attribute. Oh, that's 4.
4. Okay, so
Sorry.
you're going to roll 4d6, and you're looking for 1 success, which is just a 6.
4d6. Oh, no. Is that a success?
Yes, it is,
That's a
sir.
success.
Oh, no
Nice.
way.
So you flex your body and this pops open, and you see immediately a man standing there over this, what you now realize is like a steamer trunk that you were crammed in.
What?
You see the man standing there with a lantern, and you recognize this man immediately as Tom Smith. As you pop out, you seem kind of startled by that, holding a dagger in his hand. The hell are you doing in my spot?
Tom?
How do you know my name?
I work for you, Tom.
What?
What year is it?
1862.
Oh, okay, so it did work. Tom, I'm from the future.
Why don't you climb out of that box and explain yourself?
Yeah, how did I get in here?
That's a question I was about to ask you. What are you doing in my spot, my secret place of things?
You sent me here.
I feel like I remember. You said you're from the future?
Yeah,
What year are you from?
1962.
100 years into...
Mean anything?
Well, I mean, it's 100 years from now, but it means nothing to me at the moment. Why are you here?
I'm supposed to take your place?
Doing what?
I don't know, whatever you're about to do.
Do you know where you are?
Not necessarily.
You look around and you see that you are in like a cave of some sort, like some kind of weird cave chamber, and obviously it's lit by his lantern. And you see that there's another steamer trunk, like right next to the one that you're standing up in. And
James gonna pop out of there?
maybe. You don't know. And it looks identical to the one that you're in. He's like, you're in Sweden. Is that what you're intended? Okay, so start from the beginning. What are you
You sent me to take your place for some sort of mission,
in Sweden?
and it's gonna give you time cancer, sir.
Time cancer. Wait a minute, that sounds believable. I know, right? They're like, what? The fact that he understands it, I think, is very telling as to.
Sure, yeah, absolutely. Such a good line, though.
Do you have anything with you?
I did, I think.
You have an ID?
I don't know. I got in the back of a van and just kind of woke up here.
And you look down too at your clothes and you notice that you're not wearing the suit that you generally wear. You're wearing something.
And apparently someone's undressed me at some point.
Yeah, you look very woolen, like you're wearing clothes that feel like they're appropriate to the time period that you're currently in.
Thick and scratchy.
Yeah, not comfortable,
Yum.
but warm. You are warm. You check your pockets and you find something hard and round
Oh,
in your pocket.
okay. I pull it out?
Yeah, and you see that it's a monkey skull. It's a small. It looks almost like a small human skull, but you know it's a monkey. And you see that there's a note in its mouth. And you see Smith kind of across from you, like, well, I recognize that.
I'll hand it to Smith.
Okay, he takes it from you and pulls the note out of its mouth. And he's like, may I?
I mean, yes, sir, I gave it to you.
He opens it up and kind of hangs his lantern from the crook of his elbow as he's trying to read this. He says, Agent Seena, sorry to leave you in this state. The details of what happened are beyond your clearance level for the time being. I hope you understand. It doesn't matter if you do, really. What's done is done. If everything has gone according to plan, you should have already met me. Convinced me to head back to the States and replace me on my objective. Something I should have told you before you left is that time travel affects the mind in strange ways, sometimes permanently. You should be fine, but if not, we have ways to help alleviate the inconvenience if you return. We'll know if you do. It'll either be Nazi Earth, my death, or success.
What?
Okay, I got two questions.
Hold on. There's a little more.
Oh, shit. P.S. Dear John.
I'm counting on you, John. You're on your own. Director Smith. P.S. Show me this letter in the skull if I'm hard to convince.
Did current Tom read this out loud?
Yeah, he read it out loud. That's why I did it in his voice. Well, I was going to do it in his voice regardless if he read it.
Oh, exactly, yeah. But did he say that? What did you say about my mind getting messed up?
It says here, something I should have told you before left at the time to affects mind in strange ways, sometimes permanently, but he says you'll be fine because they have ways to alleviate the inconvenience, whatever that means.
Well, I feel fine, so...
Well, you said you should be fine.
Oh.
But this is my handwriting. I recognize this monkey skull. That's a weird calling card for the Time Walkers. You know anything about that?
No.
You said you were drugged and put in a van.
Yeah.
Does sound like something I would do. You know, the fewer questions you have to answer, the better sometimes.
I'm just here to do a job that
Well,
you told me to do.
why don't you give me or make a manipulation test to convince him, and we're going to give you a +2 to the skill due to the fact that he has seen this note. I mean, there's a good chance he could be like, yeah, bullshit, but still, you know. And that's going to be against Smith's observation.
I have 0, so...
Okay, well, that is a empathy. What do you have up in empathy? That's an
3.
3. Okay, so you're taking 3 + 2. You're rolling 5, and I'm rolling 3.
No.
Pretty easy to convince, apparently.
Nothing.
Nothing over here either.
We just stare at each other.
Can I get out of this box, sir?
Also, so
I'm just still standing in
You are just standing in the stream in front of
so when you roll the d6s, you're always trying to get a 6 to succeed.
Yep.
Always.
We could be rolling plain old D6s with a dot on one face, and those would suffice.
Okay.
Well, I really feel like I don't quite understand what's happening here, and I don't really feel like I'm ready to abandon what I came all the way here. Why don't we head down to Uppsala, talk this over?
All right. I mean, as long as you're willing to let me take your place.
We'll talk about it.
All right.
So,
Before we go, Tom, this chest looks very similar to mine.
oh, right.
That
The
I'm
reason I came
standing
here in the
in.
first place. You threw me off with the whole you thing.
Yeah, I can see that being a
Yeah,
problem.
let's go check that out quick. And you guys head back into that chamber, and he opens up. He takes a ring of keys out of his pocket, and there's like 200 keys on this thing. And he just like flips through them. They're all the same
Custodian.
key. They're all the same key. It looks like, but he keeps flipping through them, like he knows what he's doing. Picks up the right one, and puts it in the key. And he's like, "Nope, that's not it." And he just keeps flicking through them again, and stops at one key. He's like, "No, that's not it." Thanks.
Tom, are you a forgetful man?
No, I made the mistake of buying the same steamer trunk for all of these different spots in the world, and they all came with the same key. So, you know,
All
it's
right.
definitely one of these.
I
Probably.
I believe you, sir.
He flips through them more, and he's like, "One of these 3." And it's fortunately the first one. Flips the thing open, and you see he's got a hunting rifle in there, a bolt-action rifle, a duffel bag, like a canvas bag. Rather.
Something I probably should have with me, maybe?
Yeah, you don't though.
Oh, no!
You have literally nothing but what was in your pocket.
Oh shit.
And he's got a hunting knife in there as well. And he takes those things out and he hands these things to you. He's like, well, if you're going to be doing this, you might need this stuff.
Wow, I'm glad I asked you about the other trunk.
I bet you are now, aren't you?
Yes, I am, sir.
That worked out pretty well.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. Well, let's get out of here. I'm hankering for a breakfast. Sausage and eggs. The world standard does breakfast. No, so the two of you leave the cave, and as you guys are coming around the corner to see the cave opening from the inside, the clearly just bright white light, you see it silhouetted by the figure of a man, and he's walking into this place, and you guys both kind of stop walking, and you see him as he gets closer. You can start to see his features that are not washed out by the sunlight behind him. And you see Tom Smith, dressed identically to the one that you were accompanying.
Wait, what?
Yeah. And he stops immediately when he sees you two, and he's like, John?
Tom?
What are you doing here?
So there's two Toms? What's going on?
That is, well, I came here to replace you, and he points to himself, the other himself, and in this mission, because, Tom, you're going to get time cancer. Oh, John told me. Well, I don't really need to be here. John, what year are you from?
1962. You just sent me here.
Oh, no,
I just woke up in a
I'm from
chest.
1960. I sent you 2 years from now, which means I've already figured out how to. I don't need to be here.
No.
Then he points to the 1862 Tom. And he's like, "You're going home, right?" And he's like, "Actually, now starting to seeing this, I probably will. Yeah. All right. Well, good. That's really the only reason I was coming here is to get you to stop doing this. So, John, why are you here to like? See, here's the thing. I just need me to not do this. But why do you need to be here to?
Look, Tom. I am brand new to the whole time traveling thing. Can you guys just both go so I can do my job?
Yeah, that sounds like you. You're from 2 years later. You know more than I do, clearly. So, come on, Tom, let's go.
Yeah, you're making
okay,
this
Tom.
real convoluted. Goodbye, Toms.
Levi's nose bleeds.
Both Toms in unison. Bye, John.
Oh, no.
And they both head out of the cave. One of them, 1862 Tom, maybe, comes back and he's like, Uppsala is at the end of this road, at the end of this trail. You'll come to the main road, take a right.
All right, thank you, older Tom.
Yeah, and he just takes off.
Oh God, I hate time travel.
What do you do, John?
John collects what he can of what just happened, and then picks up the duffel bag and the new flintlock or the bolt action.
Bolt action, yeah.
Okay.
John, you grab your stuff, you leave the cave.
With my witch hunter's hat on.
Yep. It was part of the outfit that you were given that you were put in the box.
Styling.
Yep. You got a bald head.
Bringing
man.
it back.
Keep it warm.
Style.
Oh no!
Oh right.
Oh no!
It is John Cena again. So.
Yeah.
And John, you head down this trail. You find the actual road that he was referring to.
And then he cannot make it to town because left is long.
Yep, I couldn't handle it.
I mean, you could get there eventually, I guess. No, what direction did you go then? Considering it's potentially not. It's an option.
He steps up to the fork of the road, looks up. I'm supposed to go right.
And you can see the town of Uppsala off in the distance, kind of
I take a
framed by
step.
mountains.
I take a step to the left, follow that up about 100 feet. No. It's the law, but this will also be right. And he takes another left, goes back down, takes a left back to Epsilon.
Nice.
Did you say Absalom?
Oh, yeah.
Uppsala.
Back in space
I
again.
can picture him taking a left then, going down that road, taking a left till he's facing the ditch, taking another left till he's facing the right way, and then going that way.
Yeah, that's what
I like that. Nonsense, but it's funny.
He's a UPS driver. Always goes left.
There you go. So you see that along with this, you're kind of rummaging through the duffel bag a little bit as you're walking because you realize that you might have a couple miles on foot.
I'm a strong boy. I can do it.
Yeah. So you're kind of
While
looking
walking.
through this bag and you see that there is a note, confusingly, and you see that it is literally a letter written from somebody named Timothy Allen Masters, and it is written to Tom Smith. And he says he's asking for his assistance from a mystery client that was recommending his assistance for a job. you would, and then really it just tells him to meet him at Castle Gillenkreuz in Uppsala, Sweden. It's addressed to Tom Smith. It was written by Timothy on Masters.
All right, I keep going. I'm gonna head towards that castle, though.
Okay, yeah, you go into Uppsala, and you're eventually in the town proper, and it's kind of it's a very Nordic town. Think of our local Boavik as far as like the architecture, the way that they try to make that town look is how this town actually looks. And you can see this is actually a large town. As you're making your way through, you do see that there's like a hospital, there's a college, a university, which was surprising, perhaps, and a couple of castles. And you see one is pretty well maintained, and another one is decrepit. And you can see them kind of over this skyline of the town in a way. So, seeing this, what do you do?
Well, the note says to go to the castle.
Right.
Do I know which castle it is?
Not particularly. You do see that there are two of them. Like I said, one in well maintained. The other
one's
not.
decrepit.
Yep.
I will go to the one that looks like someone lives there, not just squats.
Yeah, you head over to the nicer looking castle, and you see that as you get closer, this looks to be more of a business. You see that there's like a sign out front that says the Uppsala Gazette. Like a title of the building. It says Olympus.
Is there anyone around?
There is. There's a person leaving this building. A woman dressed in heavy wool coat and a hat.
Excuse me, miss.
Yes.
Yeah, you wouldn't happen to know where Timothy Allen Masters is?
Oh, Master Masters. Yes, I believe he's
Master Masters?
Yeah, he's
I've never met him.
Okay, well, I imagine you're trying to meet him.
Yes.
Perhaps. Yeah, he lives over, and she points to the decrepit castle.
Context clues.
Yeah. He is I believe he's the heir to Castle Gillenkreuz over there.
Oh, okay. Master Masters. You think you would be living in this one?
Honorary title, perhaps. I don't really know him that well. He's been here for a couple of years, 2 years, I believe.
I'm new to the area.
Oh, it's a pleasure to meet you. My name is Felicia.
Felicia.
Yep.
All right, well, John starts hustling towards the decrepit castle.
Bye, John. Pleasure to meet you.
Yep, bye. You're trying to get me.
Yeah, right. Baiting lines. No, so you make your way over to the other castle, and you get to the gate of this castle. It looks like the gate from the other castle was removed, and they kind of re-landscaped things to make it more functional to its current purpose. But this one looks like nobody ever landscaped it since it was built. And
the butler sucks, huh?
Yeah. Well, the gate is hanging on. The yard is not. Well, the yard is actually hanging on well
to the walls.
Sometimes yes. There's a lot of vines climbing up this thing. You see, like, there's a garden you can kind of see around parts of the castle, and it's garden overgrown, like, growing out of the greenhouse.
Is there a big door knocker?
There is a large front door that you can see, and then you walk up to the steps, and it looks like the steps are actually, and the walk are actually been shoveled, which is surprising considering the state of the fact that the yard itself is growing out of the snow because of how out of control the grass itself was. But you knock on this large demon-headed door knocker, and we're going to cut right there. We're going to back up a little bit in time to earlier that day. And just to give you context, John, it looks like it's about...
I was sightseeing.
You were. So it took you a little while. It was about noonish when you got to the castle, just to give you context. So about 11 a.m., December 13th, 1862, Olle Svensson just throws open Master Timothy's door and heads straight to the curtains and parts them, letting the sunlight just pour over Timothy's face.
Good morning, Master.
I very much despise you.
It is time to wake up. You slept most of the morning.
It's because I'm up at night.
Well, that is not my fault. It gets dark around 5 o'clock. You can't do much reading in this den of a room.
What do you need?
It's time to start the day.
Shit. Smith.
Mm-hmm.
Fine, yes. Leave me. I'll be down.
You'll have your burnt toast the way you like it.
Fuck off.
That threw you so hard. So Svensson leaves Masters alone, and Masters gets ready. Eventually, about half an hour later, Masters rolls into the dining room.
See you.
Did you actually?
Huh?
Did you actually burn this? How fucking dare you?
I thought that's the way you preferred it, sir. Do you want me to pamper your diaper while I'm at it?
I'm going to go make.
And I
myself
pick up
some
his
fucking
toast and
food.
start scraping the burnt off of it.
I'm going to go make myself food.
Never learned how to use the stove, sir.
You're not very useful.
It's not like I want to be here, sir.
Then you can leave.
I cannot. Your uncle forbade me.
Yeah, sure.
Trust me, sir. I have tried.
As you two bicker in the kitchen, you hear the door knocker in the distance.
Don't
Dude-
get up, sir. I will handle this.
He's already standing.
That's great.
Believe that I wasn't going to get it.
Don't worry, sir. I've got this. You just stay there.
I want to die.
Olle approaches the front door and answers it.
Good afternoon, sir. How may I be assistance to you?
I'm looking for Timothy Allen Masters. It's in relation to Mr. Smith.
I'm assuming you're Mr. Smith?
No, but I'm here to replace him.
Why don't you come in? Welcome to Castle Gillenkreutz. Please follow me.
And John will follow him inside.
This is Castle Gillenkreutz, built in the early 1500s, ran into the ground by young Timothy Masters.
And as you walk around this place, you notice that the rooms that you're in are like well maintained, but there's a lot of boarded up doors. And as you were on the outside of this place, you notice a lot of boarded up windows. And it looks like now that you're inside here, that they have pretty much remodeled a little bit of it, enough to be livable, like working kitchen, as you lead into the dining room and you see Masters eating not burnt toast, but terribly buttered.
Masters, this is... what is your name again, sir?
I never gave you my name. It's John Seena. You must be Tim Allen?
That sounds like a made-up name.
Apparently, sir, he's replacing Mr. Smith.
Well, he definitely looks more fit for the job. Do you have any proof of this?
I hand him over the note.
That's good. Well, which one?
The one that's explaining, not the one that Smith wrote to me.
The one that Tim wrote to Smith.
yeah.
And you would recognize that. Okay, yeah, that's perfect.
I grab the note and hand it to Timothy Masters.
Here you go, sir.
And you recognize this note as having written it about a year ago almost.
How am I to believe that this was given to you by Mr. Smith?
I take out the other note and show him that.
Okay, yeah, no, and then Olle hands you that note as well. And this one, you see, it's written to Agent Seena and from Director Smith. As you read this, you're a little confused. Nazi Earth is a confusing thing. This whole thing is strange. It even mentions time travel. And take it as you want, I guess. You heard it initially.
I'm going to take the paper back, that one specifically.
Your note.
Yep.
This is supposed to make this more believable.
Look, man, I woke up in a trunk. I'm having a tough time with this too, but Smith is not coming back. You've got me or nobody.
Well, just hold on. Sit down.
I'm
gonna-
standing, thank you.
And then I'm going to go over to a desk and rifle through some shit
Like a writing desk.
and pull out a letter that I did receive from Smith earlier on.
Nice.
Give me that back.
No.
Okay, then I won't verify this. Get out of my fucking house.
John hands it over. God.
Christ. Look back and forth between both of you fucks.
These two people are
I'm gonna
going
throw-
to be in for just the
Put-
greatest time.
Dude, I can't wait for the switch to right. I know exactly what
This is the mundane world. It's going to change very
Yeah,
soon.
nope, it's gonna be very nice.
I'm going to throw some glasses on and just start going through and comparing handwriting,
Okay.
mostly.
Yep. And you notice it's the same. Yeah. You notice that the ink from John's note is a little better. That might just be due to technology. Almost verifying the time travel claims.
Right, and I'm
you
sure the
even assume
paper
that
is different. Like,
the paper is
way
different.
more.
Yep,
fucking-
and you notice this too, and you're like, kind of almost verifies that claim.
Sure.
So, and
Yeah, printer paper must have been just exciting.
I mean, I'm excited by it. Whatever. I love printing shit. I broke my printer. I printed so much. That's true.
Yeah.
I threw it away actually the other day. Thank you for that, by the way.
No
That was the
problem.
best Secret Santa gift I've ever received.
Well, there you go, dude.
Well, that's not a secret now. We all know.
It was like 3 years ago.
I gave it to him forever ago.
Okay, so yeah, and you believe this. You believe that this handwriting is from the same guy, and clearly, like we stated, from a later time.
All right. Fine. So, time travel. What year are you from?
1962.
Jesus.
It's not that far off, but
Well, it matters when you're
yeah, that's why I'm here.
I mean-
you came from exactly 100 years, day and
Day
time,
of.
even.
So you're here to. Actually, I don't even know exactly what we're doing ourselves. That's actually what we were waiting on you for.
Okay, how the hell would I say his name then? How do you pronounce Jobolkin?
Yulbakken.
Yolbakken. Okay.
However John would pronounce it, though, because he heard it. You only heard it said to him. He never read it. Yulbakken, but he did tell you it was like a Krampus. Either way,
But this is serious, John.
Is that only
So-
something that
Seriously.
only he
I
knows
just
then?
Yeah, you
this
don't
is
know about
only-
this yet.
That's exactly-
This is what I'm going to share right now. Smith mentioned that we need to kill Yulbakken. Do you know who that is?
Ooh, you're joking.
I'm not. Do I look like I would be someone that would joke around?
That's
You carry a monkey skull, sir.
you, Timothy, and actually you were here for this conversation too, aren't you?
Well, the letter.
You both here can give me make a learning test at one success to determine if that's a name you know. And
right.
I'm going to give you both +3 to that roll because of how the common or whatever that knowledge actually is.
What are we rolling?
You are rolling your learning logic +3.
That's 3 successes.
Fuck yeah.
I have one success.
Well, okay, then it's Olle, you know the name Yulbakken, and Timothy, you know a lot about Yulbakken. You know that is essentially the holiday, the Yule tradition in Sweden is of Yulbakken, who pretty much punishes bad kids. Pretty much naughty list, that's his job. And he's feared heavily. You're aware of this. You don't know why you would need to kill him.
So my idea of it being ridiculous that we're going to kill Yulbakken makes sense.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Yep. Because that
that's-
sounds out of reach for you.
Yeah, that
And you
sounds-
also know that your contract, which is yet to be revealed, is, they said, a demon of great importance. Or demon of great power, rather.
Great power, yeah.
So that does align with that.
Right.
But you're still like,
That's it. That sounds fucking far out there. Well, what time did the client need to meet us in the first place?
about an hour after sundown is what he said in the letter.
And where was that?
He would come to you.
Oh, he would. That's right. That's right. He would come here. Right. In the interim, is there anything that we should be doing, preparing ourselves for? I need to ask mostly because I have
Sleeping to do, sir.
I have little experience in the field.
You know, honestly, I don't either, but I'm pretty good at killing things.
That's a point that I need to make as well. I am not.
Smith sent me here with very little information other than to kill Yolbakken. Yolbakken? How do you say it in your
Yolbakken.
Yes, that is correct. I
did you guys actually mention that you're waiting on a contract to John then?
Yeah, they just mentioned it, I think.
just mentioned.
I figured we're just waiting for this guy to show up.
Pretty much, yeah.
So, and
Well, it's-
John's not going to leave until.
Well, it's only afternoon, so we got a while.
Yeah, you
that's
have
why
the
I
day.
was-
exactly.
You have the day.
Well,
you could also time jump, like not
Well,
time
Right.
sirs.
cutscene.
So I was just thinking, is there any kind of? I'm asking. Do you know anything that would help us?
I would just prepare.
That's what I need to know. What do I need to prepare?
I'm not sure.
A fucking frying pan?
You do
a
know.
bedroll?
A bedroll. A bedpan.
Why would Tom want to work with you guys if you are unprepared for this?
Oh, I am prepared for everything else, friend.
Yeah, you have the reputation in the monster hunter, if you want to call it that, community of being a really good at investigator.
Yes.
Like he can kind of figure this stuff out, and also having the sight is not
Unimportant.
not
yeah.
why you can do that.
Right.
Right. Yeah.
My tools were left behind. I have this rifle and this duffel bag and the clothes I'm wearing. But you guys must have some sort of way of tracking down Yulbakken.
Well, sir, this castle used to be it used to belong to a monster hunter. That's who Master Timothy got the castle from. I don't know his name because it's your decision.
That's true.
That's what
He
it
needs a
says, right?
Swedish name.
I got you. Hold on.
Yeah.
There's an actual person who owns the castle initially. Carl Linnaeus.
Carlin.
close.
But you could call him Carl Masters. He's your uncle. Oh, he's your mother's
No,
brother.
yeah,
so you
so
would have a
it would
different
be
last name.
Linnaeus.
Carl Linnaeus. It's Linnaeus.
Linnaeus.
Yeah, he's a young scientist. Left his home in Uppsala and embarked on a scientific expedition in northern Sweden. No one knows all this. Yeah, whatever. He wrote a secret journal. Well,
It makes sense to me that I would be more on the book knowledgeable side than
Yeah,
the
'cause of his
experience.
library.
Yes, of
Gotcha,
course.
gotcha. Which actually, that's another good point. There is something about because the castle itself has a character sheet, and I've given you guys 3 upgrades right off the bat. You start with 2 of them. You already start with, but the other one I gave you.
Okay.
The ones you start with is the library, which is a place you can go to look for clues, which is obviously your uncle's library. And then there's a butler that they name. It's like you start with him, but I named him Olle Svensson, and he just manages the headquarters. He's just there as a butler. But the only difference between what they do and what I did is that I made an NPC and dropped the N.
Yeah, yeah.
He made the NPC. The PC.
All right, well, then I will direct them to the library.
Okay. The third upgrade was the weapons corridor, which is just a hallway with weapon cases. And during the preparation phase, when you're about to go and embark on, you'll know when it happens. It will allow you guys to bring a melee weapon from availability level 1 without using any resources.
Awesome.
So it's just a bonus melee weapon for each of you. because
That's
that really
beautiful
exists.
because I have 0.
Right. So in that case, you technically do.
Yeah.
I'm tough as nails.
Proud of you.
You guys get acquainted and spend some time in the library.
Yeah, I'll start doing some research in here now that he's brought up a name specifically.
Yep. So give me that learning again.
Will do.
Well, let me see. There might be a better choice. Okay, nope, it is learning. However, I'm going to let you choose between investigation and learning.
Oh, if I can get in some investigation, I'll
You guys
do
can
that.
all do this. You guys are all kind of like digging through this
I'll go
library.
for some
when you
learns
have,
then.
So when you have points in the skill, is it skill plus the
Skill plus attribute.
Yep. Okay. Then it's 5 that I roll. 2 plus 3.
2 plus 3, yep.
Okay. No, that makes a little sense.
I got
many-
2 successes.
2 successes?
I
One
have
success.
1 success.
Viking 4.
4 successes?
4 out of
the-
5.
Oh, goddamn. That's pretty good.
John was hired for a
Okay,
reason.
well,
I mean,
you guys-
made for a reason.
You guys find a book on the show. Well,
It says Yulbakken.
no, it says, actually,
It glows.
it says, Yulklop.
Yulklop. How to kill Yulbakken and other demonic entities.
No, and actually, yeah. But you actually
clippity claps.
you recognize this book as being one on the shelf, and you know what it means. You know that means Tome of Yule. Tome of Yule. I said Tomb of Yule.
Tomb of Yule.
Tome of Yule. And you look through this, and you know this book will definitely help you. But John, you find a line in that book that you're like, you know what? This seems important. And that line says, "The black goat abhors the blood of the throne. Only the blood may reveal its true form. Only in truth may he be slain in the realm of those who may believe."
All right, I'm not writing that down.
You don't need to.
but-
No. But that's what you learn. You learned that.
So
That's a massive takeaway. Tell you what.
yeah. What was that line again?
The black goat abhors the blood of the throne. Only the blood may reveal its true form. Only in truth may he be slain in the realm of those who may believe.
Seems like we got to get him in his own realm to kill him.
We're gonna hit the repeat button on that a few times, I'm sure.
Yep. No, I got it.
Beautiful.
I know where it is. So
That's actually a very good find.
hours later, you guys spent a decent amount of time in this room.
Oh yeah.
And the sun has gone down. Ole at that point has like lit lanterns in the various sconces, candles, and whatnot, and lit a fire in the fireplace
Man, these boys mean business.
of the library. The library is beautiful. One of the better kept rooms of the house, and easier to maintain. Once
The
you
one
guys
I
took
care
over.
about the most.
Exactly, and that's probably why. At a certain point, the clock in the room chimes 6, and the massive gust of wind comes from the fireplace, snuffing out the flame and a lot of the candles in the room. And this rush of like ash and smoke comes out of this fireplace and materializes into this massive figure, about 8 feet tall, about as wide as a double fridge.
What the fuck?
And 2 smaller figures standing alongside it.
What a...
That are about chest height to you guys, but waist height to him. And we're going to break.
Oh, my.
Yeah, I knew it. I fucking knew it.
Welcome back to the Rolled Standard. Last we left you guys, which was seconds ago, you were face to face with a materializing giant of a man. And as you start to see him forming more fully, you see that this man, as we've stated, 8 feet tall, wide as a fridge, massive white beard and long white hair tied up in a loose ponytail hanging down to his belt. On his face, he wears an eye patch. A scar can be seen from under it, running from his hairline to his jaw. He's wearing ornate filigreed armor of scarlet and platinum with a long, perfectly white fur cape. At his side, a long sword in its scabbard. The leather of the handle looks heavily worn. The 2 short guys, long black beards hanging out of hoods in their black leather armor. Both of them carrying short swords, but looks as if they are long swords to them.
Mm.
He looks down at all 3 of you, kind of big guy, scans all 3 of you.
Timothy Allen Masters. Nice list.
Oh, no. Oh, that hit me hard. Oh, shit. Okay. I see where we're going.
Olle Svensson. Naughty list.
Oh,
What?
You've killed people. You know this. I can see it in your soul. John Seena. Unlisted. 2 questions.
ooh.
Who is this? And where is Smith?
Sir, I'm here to replace Smith.
Can you turn the lights back on, please?
He like snaps his fingers and the entire room lights up. The fireplace.
Yeah,
Roars back to life.
I started
Yeah.
getting the idea that was going to... Yeah, okay.
I'm gonna
Firstly-
slowly reach for my rifle.
I think you know who he is. But wait, you just said... Never mind. You have a note that will explain it better than I could.
Instead of grabbing the rifle, I grab the note.
Okay, fantastic. And as you're reaching for the rifle, you saw both of the short men reaching for the handle of their swords.
The rifle's on the table right next to the note, and he's just like, a little bit
I want to read a
farther.
bad situation.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Do you actually want to?
Wait, what?
There's mechanical.
Is there?
There sort of is. It's not that, but
I'll do it. I don't know. John doesn't know what's going on.
Sure.
roll an observation, empathy test, and we'll call it. We're gonna call it 1 success.
You fuck. Jesus Christ. He is not empathetic or anything. He's just a fucking robot. I didn't get it.
You didn't?
None
No.
Okay, well, all right then. You're a little uneasy, but yeah, you reach for the thing, and as you actually pick up the note, both of the guys with hands on swords kind of like at ease again.
John's just thinking to himself, these guys are well trained.
Which note did you? The one from Smith?
The one explaining from Smith, he's still got the note that.
Oh, the one in the skull. Okay.
yeah.
You hand it to the big man, and he reaches down and grabs it from you and reads it. He's just like, because he's big. He reads it, and
Time travel. Nazi. Oh, it's not. Well,
Sir, can I ask your name?
of course you can. I go by many names. I am the King of Yule, Santa Claus.
Santa.
I prefer Father Christmas.
Why am I unlisted?
That's a good question.
It's because
See,
you're
I-
from the future.
Here's the thing. On this, yes, this letter does verify that. Here is the thing that I can see when I look into a person, a mortal soul. I can see their name. I can see their birth date. And I can see whether or not their soul is clean or...
I've barely looked
Dirty.
up. I've been just looking back and forth and taking notes and stuff like that.
Yep.
But while I'm doing that, I'm like, sold half his life to a Shinigami?
yeah, no. I've been calling it that, like Shinigami Eyes, so much, and I felt like a lot of like these immortals or whatever you want to call them have that.
Right, that
ability.
makes total sense to me.
Yep. And it's because it makes sense as to how he knows what people are. You know?
Absolutely.
But you, John, I see your name. I do not see a birth date.
Well, I wasn't born of a woman, sir.
That explains it. Your overall alignment is reliant on you being alive in the time that we are currently in, which you appear to be, but appear not to be.
Right.
Yes.
He just like looks at you, kind of eyeballing you with one of his.
What do you know, John?
I'm here to kill Yulbakken for Smith and stop time cancer.
When you said the name, he immediately like kind of not reeled back, but you see a moment of realization, and he nods slowly.
It's good.
Wait,
Excuse me, sir. Sir, is that your brother?
No, you see, Yulbakken was, well, he goes by many names, but he was the previous king of Yule. You see, in Yule, which is another realm, why don't you meet me at the St. Lucia's Day procession? It's tonight, and I'm sure you're aware of it. We'll go over the details there.
All right.
I wasn't planning on going.
Well,
Sir, you're already here, so why don't we just do this information here before you leave?
Well, there's a possibility. I have things to do that are time sensitive.
why don't you roll a manipulation test against my observation test to determine if you can manipulate him to do the thing that you're trying to make him do? And you're going against one success. You got one.
One success.
All right.
Nothing happened.
Yeah, because I canceled out his attempt. Because technically mine is second. Because it's the
Right.
Okay, so
No, why don't you meet me there? You want this mission, you want to do this. We'll talk.
Isn't he the
How long
contract holder anyways?
Who?
You.
Yes.
You're the guy. Yeah, so we have to go. Yeah, you go do your thing, Santa.
I'll see you there.
Right.
and the three of them just back up the chimney again. Just smoke and gone.
Wow, that was a cool trick. Do you think he'll teach us how to do that?
I highly doubt that.
All right. You guys are a lot of fun.
I have notes to take. This is new information. I just met Chris Crinkle.
Well, you get used to this stuff.
I have some notes to take. This is important information to have.
I will prepare the carriage, sir.
Thank you for doing anything helpful.
Well, you guys get along great, huh?
Always.
Just you two in here, Ollie?
Always.
'Tis an unfortunate thing, sir.
And John's going to go sit down and do something on his own until it's time to go.
That makes sense.
So Ole starts walking to the door and sees the drink cart, pours a drink quick and shoots it back.
Goes outside to
And
prep
goes
the
out-
horses.
Goes out the door.
All fucking skunkered.
Ole, while you're outside, give me a vigilance test. Vigilance.
Ooh, not good.
Actually, can I wander through the weapons corridor?
That's one success.
One success. One success as well. Okay. Do you go into the coach house and set up or the stable rather, and set up the coach? Inside, John is kind of just walking through the weapons corridor, looking around at all the weapons in the cases. You see a few things, not a whole lot. You see a chair.
I take the chair.
There's a couple knives.
I
in
can
here.
use it. They do it in wrestling. It makes sense. It's canon.
That's what I figured. An axe, a quarterstaff, a whip.
John takes the whip.
Okay, you're like, chair. We a lion tamer? You have a chair and a whip?
Oh my god,
That was
yes.
dumb. That was funny though. Okay, so you're just gonna take that whip, kind of throw it on your hip.
Yep.
I like it.
Whip the hip.
Whip it on the hip. And you guys take off. You guys, as soon as John and Timothy leave the house, both of you give me a vigilance test as well.
Alrighty.
What?
Yep.
Vigilance.
And I got 2 successes against you.
No.
Okay.
I got one.
Okay. So you guys get into the coach, and Ole takes you guys down to the main street of the town, where a majority of the town is piled up. And these people are standing on both sides of the street. And you see that you guys are just in time for the procession to begin. You see that there is pretty much all of the children of the town dressed in white, the girls in white robes, the boys in like white pajamas almost. They're all carrying candles. But in front of them all is a little older girl dressed in the same kind of white robes, a little more flowy, and wearing this crown of candles herself. And they're walking, and there's a lot of kids in town. It's a decent-sized town, one of the bigger ones in Sweden. Not the biggest, but it's pretty large. So there's a decent amount of kids, and the town is here kind of, with some of them with candles. Some people get handing out candles. You see a man walk up to you guys. You hear a voice you recognize. A tall man, not as big as he was, wearing flannel. He's just wearing like a flannel shirt. He's got a jacket on. And he's just a normal bearded man. He's still wearing an eye patch. And you see he's got 2 kids with him, 2 young boys. And they both, when you see their faces, they don't really look like kids in the face. They don't have beards, but like it's clearly Santa and the other 2 men.
Masters, that is utterly terrifying, sir. Don't
What?
you agree?
When you know, yes, it makes it worse. For sure.
Those kids' faces are...
They're right here. Please call. You could be nice in person.
I'm saying this in a
You could
hushed
be nice.
whisper tone.
So he kind of not saddles up, but like pulls up alongside the 3 of you and watches the procession as well.
Mandolingren. Good choice for St. Lucia. Nice list. Very nice list. Not in a weird way. I made that weird.
You said it, not me.
Yeah, anyway. So, I'm sure you're wondering what to do. Now, Yulbakken needs to be killed. The land of Yule is constantly warring realm. Warring for the throne of Yule. Or the Yuletide throne. You see, the immortal lords of Yule need the reverence of the people of the realm of humanity, this world that you live in. Now, I find it easier to get that by giving materialistic people, which the humanity seems to be, free things during Yule, rather than causing them to fear him as Krampus or Yulbakken has. Humans love free shit.
I can attest to that.
Now, according to my sources, Yulbakken is attempting to make a surgical strike of sorts this season. Now, you see the veil between Yule and the realm of humanity is thin along this season, hence why it is the season of Yule.
Sweden is a Christian country, especially this time, and they just honor that person with this procession.
Alrighty.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Thank you for that information.
You're welcome.
Now, no, I don't know exactly what he's planning, but I know who might be able to help. My son. Yeah, I see the confusion on your face. Sometimes when you're out in the realm of humanity, things happen that shouldn't. And you end up with a bastard child. Mine is named Rudolph.
No fucking way.
Rudolph Claus.
No fucking way.
Yes, fucking way. Unfortunately,
Writing
I do
all of
not
this
know
down.
where Rudolph is. But with the fact that people seem to be registered everywhere in Sweden due to the, I believe you guys call it the Svensk Folkräkning.
You do know what that is. You know it's the census, the yearly census.
Oh, sure.
So you know that if you can get hands on that, that's going to be everybody who's registered as a citizen in Sweden. With details.
Can I ask a possibly obvious question? Rudolph Claus.
Yes.
This is literally just a human man.
Yes. Well, half human. Not half deer.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. I needed to hear it
No,
from
honestly,
Santa
I
Claus's
understand
fucking
why
mouth.
you're saying this, and it's the other way around. I named
The reindeer in honor of my son.
Fair enough.
He did not
Continue.
fuck a deer, master.
Nope, did not. Wouldn't. Ultimately,
I'm learning so much about Santa today.
Yeah, I made a weird Santa.
ultimately, I need you to kill Yulbakken and stop him from fighting for the throne once and for all. I do know that he can be killed in the realm of humanity, but I don't know how. I assume, though, that my son does, because in his early years, his teen years, he was trained to be an assassin for the throne.
That
but,
is.
But we had a falling out, and he
stayed in the realm of humanity.
This is a lot of information for one day.
Well, it's a big day. St. Lucia's Day.
Oh, we should hit up the town hall tomorrow and check on the census.
All three of you, give me
Bananas.
another vigilance test.
Vigilance.
I'm regretting some of my skill points that I've
Yeah, you
chosen.
never really know what to do until like you see the game played.
Not a single one.
Not I.
I have one success, sir.
Okay, that's great. So you two don't seem to notice, but John, and it makes sense that you notice this. You see in the crowd across the street a man you recognize, Tom Smith.
Are you kidding?
No,
Okay.
and you see that he's got like his hand against his ear, and you see that he's kind of like huddled over. or something.
I'm going to shuffle through the crowd
Yep,
and,
okay.
and sneak up on him.
Okay. Give me a stealth test against my observation.
Fuck. Christ, I don't have... can I redo my whole character?
No, it is not.
Look at I rolled.
What is
Fucking nothing.
what is stealth again?
It is from
Precision?
the top. Yeah, it's just precision.
Precision.
Yep.
Oh, I do have good stuff for that. Okay.
You probably
Thank
do.
God.
I figured you might.
I got one success.
Okay, you see. Oh, yeah, you're stealthy. He doesn't see you coming. Oddly enough.
I never do.
Considering that he's surveilling you, and you notice that he didn't see you just dip off. Just disappeared.
John is good at this.
He's an
stuff.
agent. Yeah. And what do you do?
I'm gonna get
You were
up.
directly behind him.
Yep.
as he's
I'm
like-
gonna pull my Bowie knife out and then press it up at the back of his kidney.
Whoa, 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 whoa! Hey, oh, John.
Yeah. What are you doing here, Tom?
Couldn't help
If I'm supposed to be here to stop you from dying,
Yeah.
this isn't helping.
No, I know. I thought I saw you last year up in the cave.
What?
Yeah.
Last year,
Yeah, this is 1961, Tom.
Tom, you gotta get out of here.
All I realized when I left, I had no idea what the mission was, and curiosity got to me. It was coming this time of year again, so
All
I
right.
figured I'd go back.
That's fine. I'm here to save your life. That's the
I know,
mission.
I know. What is the mission?
I have
caught
to
you
kill.
g-
I have to kill Yulbach.
That's what I thought you and that old man were talking about.
You're a smart man, Tom. This isn't smart. Get out of here.
Yeah, I wasn't going to intervene.
You're intervening right now. I saw you.
Fair enough.
Okay, go.
All right, I'll get out of
Before
here.
Santa realizes you're here.
Okay, I'll get out of here.
Okay, thank you, Tom.
Yep.
Jesus. Fuck.
So, you head back to the meet with the other two, and as soon as you get back up with them again, you hear a scream from the crowd, a woman's scream, and eventually you hear more, but then you hear this stampeding of hooves, and you see, coming in the opposite direction of the procession, kind of head on, a herd of black goats.
What?
Yes. And they are just charging through this group of kids, candles and everything flying everywhere, lighting some of the goats on fire, lighting some people on fire, lighting some of the buildings nearby on fire. And immediately Santa, all three of them just kind of take action stances. Like,
We need to get the fuck out of here. You three, take care of this or head back to the castle.
I
We're
don't
out
have
of
any
here.
magic. How do I save burning kids?
That's on you to figure out. I'm out of here.
and then all three of them just poof, gone. And
So fucking helpful.
the buildings themselves are producing a pretty good smoke at this point, and the children themselves from the procession have scattered, people on the streets have scattered and everything, and these goats are kind of just wreaking havoc in the streets.
Okay.
Half of them like just burning and setting fire to other things.
So, is this like a read a situation thing?
You could.
I want to make sure that
think- Give me
some vigilance.
John's
Yes.
scanning the area, making sure there's no one about to just die.
Yep, I got you. Give me some vigilance tests.
I feel like that would be the most realistic thing for me to do as well, considering I'm not the guy to just jump
Right? No, that
into
makes
this
sense.
situation.
I like that a lot.
One success.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Or to be
Oh God, nothing.
Okay, so you got nothing. What did you get, Olle?
nothing.
Nothing. And then what did you get?
I got one.
You got one. Okay, you see this. I'm going to explain it. And
hope
keep
you
in
will.
mind that you will get a +1 to any skill test where this information is going to be beneficial to know.
Ooh.
Okay, keep that in mind. So, John, you see, and the other two are just kind of panicking, looking at other people, but trying to make sure, but trying to get their bearings as to what to do in this situation. But John, you see at the head of the street, in the direction that the procession was originally going, where the stampede came from, one man, the silhouette of a man kind of breaking out of the smoke itself, kind of a silhouette at this point. And you see that he's holding somebody. And you see that this man, he's a tall man with a top hat and tails. And the person he's carrying, you recognize as the girl, the St. Lucia herself. This man is ebony skinned, long goatee, horns curling over from his temples back around under his ears, long black hair, and just a nice suit. You see his eyes, these deep orange goat eyes with a weird pupil.
Can I take aim and fire at him?
Almost. Actually, yes. Okay, so give me a ranged combat roll.
So that's 9 dice I roll?
Your roll, okay, so you have the rifle. Oh, wait, did you bring the rifle with you?
Yeah, I did.
He just carried a rifle around him.
John's the dude
Sweden.
John's the dude that also brought a sniper rifle and a bandolier of grenades and a pistol and a shotgun.
Fair point.
Through a college?
Yeah.
I think it's weird that he's running around in this public with a. I mean, you gotta keep in mind,
it's
they're
probably-
hookers. It's
yeah.
not probably uncommon. Okay, so you are going to, because you have the rifle, what's your
9.
range combat and what's your precision?
3 and 5.
3 and 5, that's 8, plus the 2 for the rifle itself, so you're rolling 10.
Oh, and then
Okay.
plus 1 to do. Did that information help me in any way?
We'll allow you to spend that here. Yeah.
11?
Yeah.
11?
Roll 11d6.
Okay.
And I'm going to roll against you, actually, because, parrying and the dodging and whatnot.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's 11, I think.
I think you grabbed 12.
No, it's 11.
What?
Oh, boy.
How? I
Oh,
got
okay.
2.
You got 2?
2.
All right.
Oh.
Oh my god.
I got 2 as well.
What?
To negate, yeah. So you take a shot, and this shot goes over his. You can see his hat kind of fly off because your shot. You were going for a headshot. You shot a little high.
Well, I don't want to shoot the girl either.
Right, fair enough. And the hat blows off him, and you see him make eye contact with you. And he's like,
John Cena, don't sniff you all.
Oh my god, that's good. All right, Nate back here at the end of the episode. Figured that we'd start doing this at the end so you could get right into the action. Anyway, just a couple of updates. You can find us on pretty much all the socials now. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Reddit, all of it. Just got to look for the Rolled Standard. Secondly, we have a store now. We're constantly putting out new and at least what we think are awesome new merch ideas. And lastly, really, we have a Patreon now with 2 different tiers. Our $5 standard bearer tier gives you Discord access and voting power on what we play next in the main feed. At our $10 tier at DPick Agent, you get all of those same things, plus bonus Patreon episodes and voting power on what we play next on Patreon. If you're interested in any of that, just find us on patreon.com/therolledstandard. I hope you enjoyed the episode, and don't sniff glue.
Oh, wait. Are you talking from like Death Book?
Death Note.
Death
Kill
Note?
book.
Murderous book? Shinigami?
Yes.
It just clicked.
The Murder Journal.
Murder
Journal.
Oh, I like that.
I need one of those.
I don't think that franchise would have panned out as good if it was called Murder.
Maybe better.
See, this is what goes at the end of
No, you're right. This is why we get.
Yeah.
No,